Why settling for average terrifies us, terrifies every ambitious man, because there's this thing where it's like when you're ambitious, you're kind of scared of just being average. You're scared of like feeling mediocre. We have this innate fear of like, oh, we want to do something great in our life, but that weird area where you're not where you want to be, but you're not where you used to be. You're in that kind of gray area. What do you do when you're really striving for, something bigger, but then you kind of feel like you're kind of teetering on that average? So I'll talk about it today. Again, we fear mediocre. We don't want to be mediocre. What we want to do is we want to have an exceptional life. We want to be exceptional in work, relationship, finances, business, whatever the thing is that is important to us. We want to be exceptional at. So what do? How do we get there? But also how do we temper it with some grace? I'm going to get into it. Number one, we want to set high goals. Set high goals that are outside of the realm of what you actually believe that you can do. And why I say that is because it's going to push you to be the best that you can be. Now, are you going to be perfect with it? No. Is it going to feel good all the time? Absolutely not. Are you going to feel like a beginner? Yes. But what's going to happen is when you set high goals, it's going to push you into a different level, into a different stratosphere. For me, when I started running, I was not the best runner. So I set a goal coming into 2024 to run over 1,000 miles this year. And the reason why I set that goal was because I was like, well, I'm going to be a better runner if I have this goal, because I'm going to have to get out there and run. And a byproduct of getting out there and running and being consistent is you're going to get better and better. So these miles over the months have become easier and easier. And also the mental aspect of me getting out there and running when it's dark, when it's cold, when it's raining, when it's hot, all of those are because I set such a high goal. And now I'm looking at it and I'm like, I need to set another goal because I feel like I'm already hitting this mark. Like, what's the next thing? Number two, focus on progress, not perfection. Now, this is so important because I know for me, I'm a perfectionist. I love to try to be perfect. And when I don't hit the mark, I am so down on myself. Now, what I've learned is when I focus on progress, it helps me because progress is this, it's not always linear, but I say focus on how you show up. If you show up every single day, that's progress. How it looks, every single day, doesn't matter what facet. It could be your marriage, your relationship, your life, your career. What happens in the day might not be perfect, but the fact that you showed up every day, that's the progress that you're looking for. Because when you look back, when you show up and you show up the best way that you can and give the best you can every single day, you're going to see progress in areas that you're gonna be like, man, I didn't even know that we could do this, right? Like, I'm 34 right now. I think when I was 27, I was basically 27, 28, I was like broke living in San Diego. And so now I'm sitting, beautiful house, have a wife, we are building a beautiful life together, have some land out in Texas as well that we're going to do some cool things on. And I don't say that for any sort of arrogance. What I'm saying that is because when I look back over the past like 7 years, I don't think that I did anything exceptional. All I did was I focused on, okay, well, let me go to work every day the best way that I can. Let me be more mindful of my finances when I am in my, I've been with Carly for over 5 years now. Every single day I've showed up, and not every day I showed up the best or great, but I showed up willing to learn and willing to try to be, a leader of my relationship the best way that I knew how, right? And there was nothing special and no big day where something amazing happened and I turned into this person. No. It was just every day I focus on showing up and I focus on the progress. And that is what I do every single day, which I say, focus on your progress and not the perfection. Number three, create daily habits of excellence. Now, these daily habits of quote unquote, I say excellence is they don't have to look sexy. They don't have to look like some big thing. My daily habit of excellence for running or for the week is like, okay, I want to get, 20 to 25 miles a week, maybe more, right? So what I have to do is I just have to show up every single day. So I put my daily habit of excellence is the night before I go out to run. I make sure my shoes are ready. I make sure my hydration is ready. I make sure my pre-workout snack is ready. So when I get up in the morning and I'm tired and it's 5 something in the morning, I can just get my shoes on, do what I got to do, and roll and roll out of bed and just get outside, right? Because that's my daily habit of excellence. It doesn't look sexy. It doesn't always feel sexy, but it's something that helps me achieve a goal. It helps me get beyond mediocre or average, and it pushes my ambition. So do that. Create a daily habit of excellence. Number 4, and last but not least, surround yourself with ambitious people who are multifaceted. I think this is so important because you can see someone who I've met so many people who are single faceted or whatever in business. They have the business, they have the money, they have the cars and everything, and they don't really have the family, the friends, the relationship or anything. I'm not saying that you have to have those, but they will cut throat for business and it's almost like nothing else matters. And that is, while building a business can be great, what happens is you might be missing out on so many other areas that you can really be great in that I think that it's important to try to learn to improve in, because as a man, like, you have a lot of different responsibilities. Like for me, I'm like, I can't ever be single faceted because I have responsibilities. I have marital responsibilities. I have fitness responsibilities. I have career responsibilities. I say I have faith responsibilities because I love diving into my faith. Like those are things that I really want to be ambitious and I want to be great in, or focus on the process of trying to be great in. So find people who are multifaceted in areas that you deem that are important. Down the road, whenever Carly and I have kids, like I already have people that I look to that I'm like, I take inspiration from them from a fatherhood standpoint. And it's not just because they're great fathers. I'm like, because you are still killing it in, business in your company. You're still killing it in fitness. And so all of these other people who are like, the minute you're a dad, like, you can't work out. I'm like, I don't even listen to them because I'm like, that is not what I deem as important. I deem these things important. So I'm going to find people who are multifaceted, who are doing well and who are ambitious in these areas. And I'm going to listen to that and I'm going to follow that lead, right? So those are things that are going to help you steer away from average and just get to a level of your personal greatness, right? And so greatness isn't just a dollar amount. Greatness isn't just some metric. It's your personal greatness, what you identify as great in your life. And also, greatness isn't going to look and feel perfect every single time. I think greatness is showing up, giving your best effort, and giving the best ability with what you have every single day. So again, number one, set high goals. It's going to push you to another level. Number two, focus on progress, not perfection. Number three, create a daily habit of excellence. It doesn't have to look or feel excellent every single time, but it's a daily habit that shifts your momentum, gets you moving in the right direction. Number four, surround yourself with ambitious people who are multifaceted. There's so many things online, and that is just like, just a bunch of talking heads about a specific thing. And like, if you get all this money, therefore you are a great man. Or if you get all these women, therefore you're a great man. It's not it. Find multifaceted people who will help you in areas that you find that are important to you. So that's it. That's all. See you all next time.